So it is about the question why to invest to Ukraine. It's not a question anymore if or yes or no, but why and when. And now it's time. Ukraine's economy is evolving. We have many processes going hand in hand. It is enlargement, it is transformation, it is modernization, and of course it is investing in new capacities. And Ukraine's institutions are reforming and already now adapting to the EU standards, meaning that all the European companies will benefit from going to their market before actually Ukraine will become a member of the EU. And of course there is a working force, people are showing the world what resilience looks like, and we see this also in the business part. And of course European Union is standing with Ukraine not only in defense but also in reconstruction, reforms, economic transformation. And it is not only about the solidarity, it is about the strategy. It's not only about what Ukraine can bring to the EU, it's also about what EU can benefit from Ukraine. And if I speak only about the security, Ukraine is already contributing more to European security than perhaps any other country today. But it is also becoming a cornerstone of Europe's economic resilience and competitiveness. And Ukraine's integration into the European Union, and this is where I want to be really clear, is already happening. So it's not somewhere in the future. This is a process which is already going on. Ukraine is integrating into the EU single market in real time, whether in energy, digital, transport or industrial standards. The trajectory is clear. Step by step, Ukraine is becoming part of the world's largest and most stable economic bloc, European internal market. By 2027, with the reforms on track, Ukraine will be fully connected to the EU electricity market. Just to remind you, it took us 15 years to do the same with the Baltic states. This means new possibilities for private investments in renewables, energy infrastructure and of course green technologies, creating lasting benefits on both sides of the border. Ukrainians' defense is another key area. With its capacity to innovate and scale, it can help jumpstart a more integrated European defense market, and opportunity we cannot afford to miss. Then none of this, of course, wouldn't be possible without Ukraine's commitment to deep reforms. And this is what we do hand in hand with the enlargement process. And of course, Olga, what you have achieved in the middle of war is really, or are still achieving, is extraordinary. So making a safe environment for businesses is very important. That's all why we are following those reforms, from judicial reform and anti-corruption, public procurement, and of course tax modernization. Ukraine is laying fundamentals for a predictable, transparent and investor-friendly business environment. And these reforms are, of course, essential, not just for EU accession, but also to unlock confidence, to build trust of European investors and entrepreneurs. And this is why the EU continues to back Ukraine politically, financially, technically, every step of this way. And our commitment is matched by serious resources. The Ukraine investment framework under the Ukraine facility worth nearly 10 billion, exactly 9.3, is designed to mobilize at least 40 billion euro in public and private investments over the next 3 years. And once again, this is really not a charity. It is a smart, long-term investment. It is about building schools. It is about building roads, ports, wind farms, not only to recover from war, but to meet EU standards, to power innovation and to integrate value chains across Europe. So my message to the European business community today is Ukraine is open for business and the European Union is here to help you seize this opportunity. We recently launched a call for expressions of interest for EU companies interested in investing in Ukraine, and the response has been overwhelming. And from manufacturing and defense to green tech and digital infrastructure, the appetite is here. Today, I'm also proud to announce that Prime Minister Šmyhal and I are launching a reinforced EU-Ukraine business partnership, a high-level platform to mobilize the European private sector and align EU capital, innovation and expertise with Ukraine's long-term needs, and we agreed to step up our efforts in 3 key areas. First, we will work together to push forward essential reforms that improve the business environment, and these reforms are already making Ukraine a more attractive place for European investors, and we are committed to going further by deepening Ukrainian sectoral integration into the EU single market through our trade agreement and other key instruments. Second, we will unlock investment at scale through the Ukraine investment framework. The EU is mobilizing financial tools like guarantees and blended finance to reduce risk for private investors and attract capital to Ukraine. And we have already seen a strong response from EU companies through our call for expressions of interest. The interest is real and it's growing. We are also working to improve access to finance for small and medium-sized businesses in Ukraine, including those directly impacted by the war. These businesses are the engine of recovery, and we are making sure they are not left behind. And third, we agreed to actively promote Ukraine as a vibrant destination for investment, particularly in strategic sectors. And when I say strategic, it's not only strategic for Ukraine, but also for the European Union, like defense, green energy, infrastructure and technology. We will bring business communities from across Europe and Ukraine together through platforms like this summit, then Ukraine Recovery Conference and the upcoming EU-Ukraine Investment Conference. And let me finish with this, that rebuilding Ukraine is really more than just concrete and steel. It is about building a future where a strong, democratic and prosperous Ukraine is not just a neighbor, but fully integrated partner in the European Union. So if I finish, to investors, innovators, entrepreneurs across Europe, this is your moment. Invest in Ukraine and you will also invest in the future of Europe.
Thank you so much, Commissioner Kos. Message well noted. So you summarize existing facilities, but also announce new initiative like this new partnership call for expression. I'm sure it will be very interesting also for our colleagues from the press. Madam Stefanishina, Deputy Prime Minister, you have the floor.